So I'm just starting to put in some trees in the far distance against that creamy yellow. Um, and if you decide that, they're a little bit dark, you can always just dab them with a damp paper towel or go over them with a very, very light wash of white or cream or something. But at the moment, working on the foreground, I'm putting in the snow, or what's going to be the snow, and it all helps me to sort of envisage what this painting is going to be like. I could have left it blue, but that's not going to help me, to sort of envisage what it looks like. So I'm putting on the white now, and I'm doing it with a palette knife, and I'm making it quite thick. But I still want some of that blue underneath, and I'm going to need that blue later, and I'll show you later. So I'm doing this for texture. It's like in pastel, and it's going to be very thick, and it's going to take a while to dry. So we'll just get this on, and then I'll get it nice and dry for you. So a tip here. If you look at you're painting, and you think, ooh, it's dark, and it's got no body really. It's all dark. Don't worry about it. All you have to do is get a paper towel, damp paper towel, and just dab over. In this case here, I would dab over the trees in the background. Just dab it. I've already done it once, but you could do it again. And dab over the big trees and maybe the fence posts. Yeah, that's what you could do, and just keep dabbing it. And some of that paint will come off onto the paper towel, and it'll be subtle, and it'll be. I think you like it better anyway. So that's probably what I'll do at the end of the painting, because I'm feeling it's a little bit dark, those trees, but hey, we'll see. I used a pencil to put in some wire that connects the the fence post, and I always find that if you do that, it's a lot more. It's better, subtle. You don't want to put a line of. You can't find a brush thin enough to do a line of paint there. So use a pencil for things like that. Let's have a look. So I'm just putting in, I'm getting my palette knife, and I'm just putting in some bits and pieces of snow that's, sort of caught on the trees and caught on the foreground and on the, that kind of thing on the branches. So that's what I'm doing there. Put a little tiny bit of the impression of fence along the back of that hedgerow, right in the background there. Just a few, just with my palette knife. Just put a little bit of white to represent a fence, and I just ran through it with my fingernail. You don't put a line, you don't paint it, with a brush or anything. You just use fingernail. And I'm just putting in some bits of just tiny hint of snow in the trees, the top of the trees. It's barely discernible. You don't want to make it obvious like that. Take it out. You don't want to make it obvious. You just want a hint of snow. The texture paste that I use is usually just ordinary decorator's filler, and I let that dry overnight so it goes rock hard. You've got to have it really hard, because if you don't, the the moisture in your paint, your acrylics, will wet it and make it soft and useless. So
That's what I do. This is a classic example here of my process. So I start by doing the sky really dark. You can use whatever you like. I use a dark purple. I use dark browns. I use the burnt umber. Use all kinds of things, and then I introduce the lights on top of that. And what I do is I introduce the lights, but I leave the dark showing through in places. And then, as you can see, by the time you start introducing some lights into the sea, i.e. the surf, it starts to come together. Then what I usually do is I get that to a point where I like it. And then what I do is I just put some highlights to the edges of the cloud using a lighter cream, sometimes white. And here's another little tip. What I usually do is the white that I am going to use for my surf, sometimes the white that I use in the foreground as well, but I leave it out overnight. I put it on a paper plate and put a paper plate over it so that it's not quite airtight, but it's, and it goes really, really thick. And I use that as my surf. And I might do 3 or 4 coats of that over the surf. And it's very raised so that with the finished painting, you can feel that it is really raised, and it gives the impression of a real surf, standing out, proud from the painting. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, it would be lovely if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel and liking the video. It all helps the algorithm, and it's totally free. The channel can also be supported by pressing the thanks button. And with that, I'll say bye for now. And as always, love from the land of mist and legend. See you next time.